Okay, getting my sleeves set up. Let's adjust the camera a little bit. I hope everybody had a good weekend. It was my husband's birthday over the weekend, so it was nice. Okay, got the light. All right, let's see what we've got. Start. I did some experimenting in this load. So here was an experiment. So if you're just coming on, this is the first piece, and I'm starting with an experiment. Hello, Michelle. Thank you. I used to do these on Facebook Live, but I had a lot of people saying that they're not on Facebook anymore, and so I started doing them here. Okay, so this lovely little mug is, I'm trying to figure out a name for it, but it's just a mug that I have set aside, and when I need to clean my brush, I swipe the glaze on this first. And so this will be a little inexpensive. It's not an experiment. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm thinking about making this more regular. Anyway, it's adorable. Okay, 2 experiments. I did a rainbow family mug last time, so I thought I would try a different, same orientation, but it starts at a different spot. So I wanted one that was not quite as pink. Yeah, a brush pot. I gotta figure out a good name. A brush pot. Okay, here's the. I may stick with this orientation. I just love that. And I love this mug. It's a little hefty, but I don't know if anybody that hasn't bought a mug or one lately, I have been working on making the bases very cuppable. Yeah, very colorful. We need some fun and color right now, and comfort. So I like making pretty mugs, but they're made for comfort. And so grounding, comforting, soothing is my goal. And fun. Okay. Another super duper cozy mug. Oh, hi, Sherry. I love that. Okay. Okay, this is probably going to go into, I'll have a sale coming up soon, a wonky stock, and this was just a little tester. I've got a couple of things too that I can dipping glazes, not a whole lot, and it didn't really do anything very exciting, so I'm going to put them in the sale coming up in the next month, maybe month and a half. These are thrown on the wheel, Michelle. And another deep comfort mug. This is a Stellar with a super duper cozy handle. So I make the handles a little bit thicker than some people think is appropriate for a mug, but what I'm going for is to where you don't have to grip so tightly on the mug. And I'm wanting something about, you know, that big. Thanks, Cheeser. So anyway, if you look up in the light, it's very colorful. I do like cats, yes. I have an old cat named Milo. Okay, looks like we've got a smoky mountain. The deep gray, and this one has a little tea bag notch. Yeah, I've had Milo longer than any cat. He's 17 now. And still kicking. Okay, this one is very deserty. Yeah, I've been kind of attracted to the mountainous, glazy. Hi, Mom. I may show a couple of the pieces off. I've got, I think this is the 9th piece. Oh, that's cool. What colors are they? Mine's orange. Anyway, really comfortable. I think I may call these hug mugs because they've got divots. One divot's right there for that part, and then the other divot. And it just, I try to make these, every touch point just, anyway. Look at that. So I try to get all of the reds and pink glazes that I have and put them all on this mug. And I did a peek last night and my son came out. He said, it looks like a cinnamon sticks. I thought, you know, cinnamon, I may incorporate that into the name. Nice. My last cat was a gray and white cat. And his name was Jazz. Okay, so this is a variation on a turquoise grotto. I added more blue glazes, and they didn't show up very much, but they certainly interacted with the glazes over it. And so this is an older mug form. It's got a much thinner handle. And I don't know if I'd call it a comfort mug, but they've got the elements, kind of a, yeah. Anyway, I know some of y'all really like these tall, slender mugs with the slender handles, so. Okay. Well, this was a bit of an experiment. I think the other one's on the next shelf. I wanted to see if I could recreate this combo just dipping the glazes. And it, I think hand brushing them is going to still be the way to go. But I gotta tell you, that's a really comforting mug. It's got a little bit of heft. Yeah. Okay, gotta try these things out sometimes. And here's a green mountain that I was trying to put a band like the New Wave, and it didn't. I may reglaze this one again and add thicker bands. Ha, thanks, Cheeser. Cheeser, if you go to the link in the description, you can sign up for my newsletters. And I only do it before a restock. I don't inundate people, but it'll give you a heads up on the videos and what's going on, and hopefully a little self-care tip and something to get you comforted. But anyway, bye, hi. So this is a giant and somewhat lightweight mug for its size, and I'll just set that up. I'm going to refire that one. All right, here's the end. Okay, so I made a bunch of goodies to go into some people's packages. If we've got somebody that orders a few pieces, we'll pop a goodie in, or if they're getting, you know, a few pieces accumulated, we'll pop a goodie in. And so it's just a little spoon rest. I love it. And not a big spoon rest, just like a coffee spoon next to your coffee pot. Okay, here was an experiment trying a drippy glaze on top of the colorful glazes, and that's not the drippy glaze that I will continue using, but kind of cute. Okay, next shelf. Oh, okay, here's the other new wave mug. So let's look at the difference. I mean, different colors at the base, but this one looks a little bit more streaky, and it's holding this glaze a little bit different, interestingly enough. And that one feels really nice. I like how this glaze really shows the ridges underneath. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. This is the piece that, if you're on the Sublime Pottery Facebook, I showed a before picture of this over the weekend. And so here's what it looks like, fired. Oh, I love that color. So this is called Green Mountain Midnight. It's got some heft. It's got a thin width for the handle, but if you've got, I've got long hands that are fairly narrow, and I've got room. But if you've got big, thick, mad hands, this might be a little bit tight for you, but I like the snugger pieces, especially if they feel like dad mugs, but are still my size. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got a little bit of a, looks like I set them on, I don't have one. They're fiberglass discs, kiln discs. And it looks like that fiberglass disc kind of, when it got hot in there. That's really pretty. And this mug, the feel of it is absolutely delicious. It's just all of the pinks, all of the reds and pinks. So different underglaze, but all of the top glazes are the same. Isn't that funny how different they turn out? Chemistry. Anyway, this one's got a kissing rim that kind of kisses the corner of your lips when you take a sip. And delicious handle, delicious, delicious. So here's what these mugs look like without glaze on them. And you could see the divots better. And how soft of, like there are no hard curves. Everything's softened. Okay, I did a multiple listing. And it's a little bit chaos. I might call this spring chaos. But I glazed 4 like this, and these have the divots, and they're comfort mugs to cup. And yeah, so So I've got 4 of these, and they are all glazed very similarly on similar sized and shaped mugs. And, you know, each of them have some minor differences, but they're adorable. And I won't know for sure until we water test them, but I'm going to guess these hold about 16 ounces. So a little messy. So I made a bowl last time that turned out really beautiful. And so I did it again, and it's a little bit different, but it's got the same vibe. I like that the clouds, little trees coming up. Yeah, just a really nice soup bowl. Okay, these last 3 are experiments. Look at that turquoise interior. So just a little flared mug. The size, the height on this kind of informs how big the handles are going to be. So it's not the coziest mug. I mean, I suppose would be like an average mug. It's great to hold like this, but the handle is a little okay. Let's see what this is definitely it looks infected. Ew. Am I the only one that just is having a reaction to this? It looks like body. It looks organic and not in the lovely way. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the wonky stock. That is so wild. Okay, last piece. Tried another dip glaze to see if I could save a little bit of time and save a little bit of money for y'all. Hi, Nina. And so it totally wonked out. This is definitely going into the wonky stock. It's cute, and it's on a really cute form, but that turned out a little weird, even though all of these strange spots are completely covered. So I'll hot water test that anyway. That'll determine how wonky it is. So anyway, that's it. So I'll show off a couple of pieces from earlier in the load. And I think I'm gonna continue with the name of Rainbow Family. And a lovely Smoky Mountain. It's got a tea bag notch and a subtle kissing rim. Anyway, that's it. I gotta get stuff ready to take photos and get the gallery ready, and we should have that posted by tomorrow lunchtime. So anyway, is there anything that you would like to see before I go? I'll give it a couple of seconds, and if I don't get a request, I will move on to my different tasks. Going once, going twice. Okay, I hope, I love you, Mom. I am gonna go get stuff done, and I hope that y'all have a really great day. Thank you. You have a great week too. Bye, everybody.